The purpose of the workshop is basically to give a student a head start, because accounting is one of those rigorous courses, and it's very important to get off to a good start and especially master chapters 1 and 2. There are a lot of our laid-back students who like to wait until the night before the midterm before they start cooking. But accounting is like math. You have to start studying from the very beginning, and you have to stay with the professor. I love teaching Accounting 1 because students learn so much about business in that first course. And I think, relatively speaking, they learn more in Accounting 1 than they do in any other course. And it's just amazing to see the knowledge that they gain. Accounting is the language of business. Anybody who's going to be a manager in business someday has to learn this special language called accounting. What are assets, what are liabilities, and what's a revenue and expense, and what's an income statement and a balance sheet. And we cover all of these things in the workshop. And again, if you're taking Accounting 1, it's critical that you get this foundation. And if you grasp those first 2 chapters, the chances of getting a good grade are very high. The accounting equation will teach them, a student, how to think like an accountant. Myself, I'm a CPA, professional accountant. To this day, I still, for difficult transactions, I still use the accounting equation. So they will have to learn what assets are and what liabilities and owner's equity. Double entry accounting is the bookkeeping. It's the notorious and famous debits and credits. And I happen to know CPAs, auditors, who don't know the bookkeeping. But what's kind of unfair is the student has to master the bookkeeping in the first 3 or 4 weeks. So I teach it thoroughly and slowly to learn these debits and credits. Accrual accounting is simply, when do we record a revenue? When do we record an expense? Most of us understand cash basis accounting. In cash basis accounting, you don't show a revenue until you actually collect the money. And you don't show an expense until you pay for it. So cash basis accounting is very logical. But accrual accounting it's what's chosen for business. And it simply means that revenue is recorded when it's earned, even if we haven't received the money yet. So if you perform a service for somebody, you bill them. So you can record a revenue at the time that the service has been completed. And you have to show an expense when it happened rather than when it's paid. Financial statements is the end product of accounting, and that's what everybody sees and what every manager or any business person needs to eventually become familiar with. And actually, in these 4 sessions, I will show you how to prepare an income statement. I will show you how to prepare a balance sheet, a statement of owner's equity. It sounds complicated, but we go over it slowly, methodically, and you get that foundation. And after this workshop, you should have some idea of business and how accounting works. This workshop is aimed at students who are taking Accounting 122 in the fall. However, anybody is welcome, as long as you're a BMCC student, to come. If you want a refresher of your basics of accounting, if you're just curious about accounting, because let's face it, accounting is one of the hottest majors right now. There are JOBs for accountants. So all BMCC students are welcome to attend this workshop. This is voluntary, it's free, and I get as many as 180 students who come before the semester starts. Why? Because they want to learn. They want to be successful. I've had students over the years who have taken this workshop and then done very well in their Accounting 1 course, and then gone on to become CPAs and come back and thank me. It's a gratifying and wonderful feeling.